So Wococop TV series is in the works at Amazon of all places, and that's why I say probably going to be Wococop, because Amazon doesn't really make anything good, not when they're making it. Right? They have good stuff that they distribute, like the Terminal List, and presumably Reacher. People really like Reacher. I've never watched it.
Yeah, I like Reacher.
Yeah. But I think they're making it by the looks of it. So yeah, Wococop. There was a rumor going around a while ago that they were going to be making a Wococop TV show without Robocop. Because I saw this news today and I did a video and I was like, this is new. Like, this has just come out of nowhere. But then I looked through my videos. I was like, no, I've covered this before. There was a rumor floating around that when this began to get off the ground was that it wouldn't even have Robocop in it, basically.
Jeez.
So it was going to be about Murphy, not Robocop. It was let me try and find the rumor. But yeah, let's have a look. So I'm not going to be able to find it. But anyway, whatever. Here's the news. Robocop is through the development process, or continuing through the development process. Veteran Peter Ocko is going to be the writer and executive producer and showrunner. He's really done nothing. I looked at his IMDb for some content I made earlier on this. He's not really done anything. He's written like an episode of The Office, or an episode of this, or an episode of that. He's not really done anything.
Yeah.
So, bit of a weird choice, to be honest. And most of the stuff that he's done is like heavily comedic as well. But this is going to be based on the MGM movie franchise. And James Wan will be on board to executive produce through Atomic Monster. I also took a look at James Wan's sort of producing credits. Mate, that guy's producing everything. He's not going to make this better. He's on, as a producer, he's on with everything now. Literally everything humanly possible. He's got like 50 production credits upcoming. Like, he's not involved in any of these projects. He physically can't be. Like, no one's that involved in all of these things, right? Not to a degree where it'd make anything better.
He'll have a meeting, couple conversations about it, here or there, and that'll probably be the extent of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now, Deadline says this: the series will follow the premise of the films, focusing on a giant tech conglomerate which collaborates with the local police department to introduce a technology-based enforcer to combat rising crime. A police officer who's part man, part machine. But that's it. So they don't actually say that they're going to introduce Robocop. So I don't know if there's anything true, any sort of air of legitimacy behind that rumor that was circulating around to say that there'd be no Robocop. They did say this, as Deadline reported exclusively last year, Robocop was among the first MGM titles identified to be milked to death for series development, following Amazon's acquisition of MGM. That's a Legally But Blonde prequel series. Like, what the hell? No, who gives a shit about that? Poltergeist TV show? No. Barbershop TV show? No. It's just nonsense. So there you go. I mean, that's the news, basically. I'm going to try and find the rumor. What do you think, though, guys?
Boo.
Yeah, that's kind of my sentiments on it.
Yeah.
I mean, a prequel series with Murphy by Amazon, who has proved that they don't know how to make good shows. I mean, they have proved that they can push out other people's great shows, but they haven't proved that they can actually make a great show. I honestly, I can't sit here and name one great show that Amazon themselves has made. Can anybody here on the panel or in chat? Just out of curiosity, I can't think of one. I'm not saying there aren't any, but I cannot think of a single one. Where I was like, Amazon made this, and wow, that was a really good show.
So, I have actually found it. It was from a couple of years back, basically. The co-creator Ed Neumeyer was developing a prequel series focused on OCP, and Dick Jones for MGM. So this might just be what they just pushed into production, basically. I mean, look, this was in 2020. All right, so it was here somewhere. And basically, it was just a prequel, but about the OCP and Dick Jones, and that was it. So it wasn't going to be Robocop wasn't going to be in it. Now, when this was announced last year, so 2023, maybe this is developed, but I can't see Amazon. There would have had to have been something in development process for Amazon to give the green light, because they're not like they bought MGM as a product, and there were obviously things in development at MGM, which just like Disney did, right? Disney bought 20th Century Fox. They didn't greenlight Alien Romulus. They didn't develop Alien Romulus. They didn't develop Prey. These movies were already in development as Disney bought the studio. They just said, we'll just push that out. That's fine. Keep going with that. This will be the same. This will be exactly the same kind of thing, I reckon. Whereas MGM was developing these, these stuff, and Amazon just bought them and was like, yeah, we'll just do that. Why not? Like, sure, go ahead. Thoughts? I mean, it's nonsense, but yeah, thoughts. I mean, he literally says, I'm working on it at MGM on it. It has all the cool stuff about Robocop, except no Robocop.
I don't think it works. I mean, I don't really care about... I only care about Robocop.
Yeah.
I think most people do, to be fair.
And to be fair, Ed 209. I care about Ed 209.
Yeah, true.
That thing, I actually have a Ed 209 in my on one of my shelves in my guest bedroom. That was one of the coolest designed robots for a film, in my opinion.
He says it here. So it's going to be about the evolution of Richard Jones to Dick Jones, the story of OCP, and how the world moves into the future, how the corporate world behaves.
Nobody.
I reckon it's this. I reckon it's this.
Yeah,
I'll bet you anything it's this.
Yeah. I mean, if this was already being worked on, and they basically have this thing ready to go, Amazon's probably like, "Oh, this is already. There's already been money dumped into this. So yeah, let's go ahead and just and get it out there."
I bet you anything, guys. I bet you anything.
Yeah, it's almost sort of like the Crystal Lake series that probably will have no Jason in it. This will probably be very similar to it, like no hockey mask Jason, going around and murdering people. There's not going to be no Murphy in the RoboCop outfit going around taking down, crime bosses.
God, it's just nonsense, isn't it? Well, like, I for one could not.
But they'll market it that way. With
this would be like a
RoboCop on there.
It would just be the weekly tease of, we're going to see RoboCop yet? Or is Murphy going to get destroyed now? Oh, what's going to happen? It doesn't happen ever.
Yeah, I don't want this. I you know what? I'm having a hard enough time with Prime as it is. I'm actually considering getting rid of Amazon Prime because, even the video element is not an incentive to keep it. And the free shipping, they haven't been able to live up to their 2-day promise or 24-hour promise or whatever it's been for a long time.
I had something from Amazon delayed by 3 days, and I couldn't cancel the order to order something else.
Yeah. I had it delayed by a week.
But you can't delete. You can't cancel the order to then order something else. It didn't let me. I was like, sorry, what? You've broken your end of the deal here. I purchased something for next day delivery. You should let me be able to cancel it and get a refund so I can buy something else.
Yeah. Like
something actually would arrive next day. I was like, this is nonsense. Anyway, whatever. Less Amazon talk. This is lame. This is shit. No one wants this.
Yeah. This almost reminds me of, if you guys remember, a little film that came out in 1996 called Executive Decision. if anybody remembers that film, it was a Steven Seagal movie with Kurt Russell in it, and the marketing on it had Steven Seagal all over it, in the marketing, and basically you go see the movie and he dies in like the first 20 minutes and is not in the entire rest of the movie.
Well, I mean, that the last what do they call that? The one with all the old guys, action guys, Expendables.
The Expendables.
Yeah, Expendables had Sylvester Stallone in it for a few minutes at the beginning, and then a few minutes later on. That was it. Sly wasn't even in it. He was the guy they were advertising it around. You're like, what?
Yeah, see, I never even saw that one because I heard about that and I skipped it.
It plus, and it had Toe Thumb's girl in it, who is a super freak, who just scrubbed all her social media. A lot of celebrities are scrubbing their social media right now.
Sorry?
Wonder
why. Who scrubbed their social media?
Toe Thumbs.
Who's that?
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No idea.
She has Brie Larson's feet on her hand.
That's absolutely disgusting, but all right.
Yeah.
Gross. All right. Well, let's we got some super chats about this. Sorry. So Accident Seller says people didn't want the Penguin series either, but it's good.
That's true.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I think people actually did want the Penguin series. To be honest,
I enjoyed it.
I was looking forward to it because the way
was so good.
The Matt Reeves Batman movie, I liked it. Was it my favorite Batman movie? No. But I didn't hate it. I really liked the detective part of the movie, that the role that Batman played, the detective, I like that aspect of it with all the clues, trying to figure stuff out. And the Penguin sort of had a unique role in that. He wasn't the main villain, but he was in it, and it was a different adaptation of the character. And then the way it ended with him kind of looking out over Gotham, it's like, okay, he's going to be the next big bad, And I think this series, because as far as we know, a sequel to that Batman movie is not happening. But if this series takes off and is really good, that
Batman
could be back on the
No, the Batman sequel is happening. It is happening.
Oh, is it? I heard that it was shelved or not being.
You heard wrong.
It
is absolutely happening.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, more super chats. So we've got Chaos is Fun. Super chat $5 says Prime Directive 1, destroy the public's trust. 2, abuse the innocent. 3, uphold the law against white oppressors. I like it. That's funny. Yeah, I think that's it for that, actually. So we'll move on. We've got some